This isn't going to work if I don't record it. Okay, there we go. All right. It's time to record this show in
3, 2, 1.
Who is the thief?
Ah, shit. Start that over. Here we go.
Who is the thief? The guy that's gonna walk in your door wearing a bandana around his eyes? Or maybe the guy with a real villain mustache? How about a guy like me with a nice suit on and a polite smile, smoking a pipe?
Eat shit and die, Ricky!
Eat shit and live, Bill.
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream.
You taste like a burger. I don't like you anymore. This is the morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the morning stream. It is Tuesday, January 25th, 2022. I am Scott. He is Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
You know, I'm all right. I actually slept, but just dreamt weird things. Just weird. You were in it, but I don't remember how. You were in a dream again. Some Brian thing happening, and I have no memory of it now. I don't know what it is.
I think I actually prefer that you don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, it's, better than me trapezing naked above your virgin pina colada or whatever it was. It's like, or who was it? It was Arnold Palmer and Laura Palmer mashup.
Yeah, whatever the hell that happened there. But yeah, in this particular case, it was like you were very prominent whatever I dreamt last night. The second I woke up, just poof, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Other than I know you were there. It was like it's like I witnessed a crime and then forgot all the details. It was weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't like it. Not that it was criminal. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to make this into something it's not.
I know.
Brian
Sure.
performing illegal acts in my dream. Anyway, so good morning, everybody. We hope you're well. It's a Tuesday. I hope you're excited for what TMS is on Tuesdays, which involves all sorts of stuff. We got a little science, a little making stuff, got some news. We got some stuff up top here. In fact, I have a thing that I'm not sure is true, but I wanted to play with you and not think too much about it until I got here because I didn't want to spoil it for myself.
Yeah.
I heard somebody claim something. I'm going to play a clip, all right? So you're going to hear this.
All right.
And this is the claim, and then you and I are going to try to suss out whether this is true or not. All right, so here you go. This is what I heard this on a video just yesterday.
There is no English word that starts with a D and ends with a Z.
All right, now, the clip was a funny one because at the end somebody said Deezz nuts, but
I was just about to say, what about Deezz?
yeah, those don't count. It has to be actual words. So do you can you think of a word that starts with a D and ends with a Z?
No, I can't. It's hard to think of any word that ends with a Z, right? Because Z ends words when you're talking about pop culture and branding that's like crazy raisins or things like that.
Sure.
But,
or people's names, like someone put Diaz, so Cameron Diaz, but that doesn't count.
Right,
It's not a
exactly.
word.
Pronouns and stuff, or not pronouns, but proper names, that sort of thing. But
Chat room says dits.
yeah,
Does dits
a lot
count?
of foreign words.
Mhm.
Yeah, dits is one. Oh, dits.
Dits is in
dits
here.
Not an,
It's in here.
is that an English word?
Hold on. Dictionary.com says
Ditsy.
slang, a scatterbrained, stupid, or simple-minded person. Does slang count?
Yeah, but I don't think it's. I think ditsy is a real. All right, is it in? Let's see if this is in Webster's.
Dits.
Let's see. Ditzzy.
Yeah, ditsy, no problem.
Yeah, that's an adjective.
Ditsy.
Fight.
And I think dits is really just a slang shortening of ditzy.
Yeah.
Like basically turning it into a noun.
So it doesn't count.
It is in Merriam-Webster though.
Dits is? Well, it's in
Yeah,
all of
but
them, but they label it as slang though, right?
Not in this one.
Oh.
Dits, noun.
Okay, maybe we did it then. Maybe that's it.
I think we did it.
Oh my gosh,
Dits
Dits. AB Tech John,
Maybe
you win. You win, dude.
I just put a link in our show notes. Click that. If you're not seeing anything I'm not seeing?
I think maybe we found it. Yeah, we did. According to Merriam-Webster, let's see how they say it.
Dits.
Dats.
Dats.
Dits.
That Merriam-Webster,
Oh, I
she's
know.
funny.
Miriam's always. Oh, their word of the day is quip. Listen to this.
Quip.
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 Yeah, according to this, it's a noun, and if Merriam-Webster, I mean, what English Oxford or somebody else, I don't know, can confirm this, I think we did it. It's dits.
I think so too, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there are only a few 4-letter words that end with a Z. There's only dits is listed as a letter or as a word that ends with Z, but all of them are like foreign. Oh, there's a lot of science. Gigahertz, megahertz, kilohertz.
yeah,
those
but
all
is-
end with Z.
Yeah, but is there a D in front of that?
No, there's no like
Digahertz.
Digahertz or anything like that. Yeah, but then a lot of Jewish things, blintz,
Yeah.
schmaltz,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, plenty of Z words with
kibbutz.
with the ending. I think this guy just thought no D's, but I think we proved him wrong.
The double Z is common, right? Like the buzz, fuzz,
Yeah, 2 Z's.
fizz.
But even then, what would be a D? What would be a D and then 2 Z's?
Diz.
Diz.
Like that guy's so Diz.
He's so Diz.
son.
Y'all going to Diz World?
Sorry, what are we looking at? The decahertz?
Decahertz, is that a thing?
Decahertz? A lot of people saying decahertz. Is that a real thing?
It doesn't sound right. It doesn't
Well,
sound
listed
right
here.
to me. Deca would be what, 10? 10 hertz? Is that what that is?
10
Penis.
hertz.
Yeah. I found penis.
Penis.
Penis is in here.
Penis.
Yeah. Why does that person
Yeah.
say it that way?
Penis.
Ugh.
Penis.
All right. Well, there you go. So if anyone ever asks you
What?
or challenges you with find me a D word that ends in Z, you can tell them dits.
Can just say dits.
Yeah, and you'll be correct.
Dits.
Nicely done. Also,
Dits.
I thought it'd be fun to share some interesting trivia with Brian.
Ooh, I like this. Okay.
Rick.
Interesting trivia.
Uh-huh. This is all about New Orleans because you're going to New Orleans, a place
Right.
I've been before. Some of this I didn't know. My wife lived about 30 minutes
Place I've been
from here.
before too.
Oh, I thought this was your first time there. I didn't know that.
No, Tina's first time, but
Oh, okay.
oh no, we had that was common for trade shows at the company, the sales software company I went to, which means a lot of drunken evenings on Bourbon Street with customers and clients.
Business people. Yeah.
My favorite. Here's one real quick. My favorite little story from New Orleans.
Yeah, go.
Oh my God. Well, there's a couple. I wonder if I can tell that one. All right, I will tell that one. I
All
will
right.
tell. There's a couple of these I will tell.
Okay.
So they'll make it really quick. So I won't say who, but a couple salespeople that I'm friends with that I still know and talk to. One of them actually even listens to this show. Whenever we would do traveling for trade shows and things like that, those two would always stay in a room together.
Okay.
And one night after a really late night on Bourbon Street, some drinking probably involved some hurricanes. We came back to our hotel rooms. He went into his, and I went into mine. And he was going into the room that he shared with another salesperson, with his sales manager, to be to clarify.
Oh, geez. All right.
He apparently, in his drunkenness, thought he was climbing into bed with his wife.
Oh, no. Those aren't pillows.
And even though there were two beds in the room, he went over to the sales manager's bed and had his thumbs in the waistband of his boxers about to pull them down.
Ugh.
And the sales manager heard him, looked over, like had his back to him, looked behind him and said, "Can I help you?"
Don't say yes. Please don't say yes.
And woke him up and like, oh, sorry, sorry, getting in his bed.
Oh, my
That was
gosh,
a really
dude.
funny one.
Yeah, that's one you'll remember the next day at the old office get-together, the breakfast,
That's right.
coffee breakfast.
And then same trip, I was out on Bourbon Street with our CEO.
Yeah.
And again, both of us holding plastic cups with hurricanes in them that you get, like little Slurpee hurricanes that you just get right there on the street and walk around with. No open carry issues in New Orleans.
No.
And we bump into a client that we were trying to get, and the CEO knew this, and CEO was friends with him or knew him and said, "Oh man, we really need this sale." Client comes up, and the client is sober and says, "Oh, hey, good to see you out here." My CEO goes into let's sell mode, but he's already had some to drink. So he's in like, all right, I want to get this client. So he takes his drink and stealthily puts it. Oh, good. It's good that I'm wearing a pocketed button-up shirt today because the CEO's wearing a button-up shirt. He takes his plastic cup with his hurricane in it and just drops it into his shirt pocket. It's a huge cup. I mean, it's like.
Did it fit?
It's like this sort of thing where it didn't quite fit, and it's like a huge cup kind of.
So that seems dangerous. Like it's gonna flip out.
Very dangerous. It didn't fall out or anything, but it just was really kind of hard to take him seriously with that huge cup sticking out of the front of his shirt pocket. Like, oh, you know what? Let me put away the party and let's talk business.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, it sounds like you had your times in New Orleans are a lot more fun than mine. Mine were mostly crackheads and trying to keep kids on the right streets. That's usually
see, that's the tough thing. I can't imagine taking kids to New Orleans.
And it was always that way because when we go down to visit Kim's family, all her siblings were younger then, and so we had a big throng of us. Everything was fine in the daytime on that end of town. But the minute you crossed one street too many or something, you were like, oh, man. And we always felt in charge because we were like the new married couple. And these kids need, her parents wouldn't go with us. They were like, we hate New Orleans, so they wouldn't go.
I'm hoping that between J Funktastic and Before Tank Girl and I think Burn and Nate reached out to me and said, Burn and Nate is, not Burn and Nate. Somebody else reached out to me on Discord and said that they're Nolans local as well. Hopefully they're going to keep Tina and I in the places that we don't get killed.
It's a good idea. They probably know.
Should be just fine.
They know all about where to keep you suckers. So here's
exactly.
So here's
let's get to trivia.
Now, do you know what they like to be called there? If you're a local there, what do you call them? Do you know that? I have it here. But let's see if you know what that is. Like we're Utahns, you guys are Coloradoans.
Right.
What do they like to be called?
Do they like, what is it, Nolans or something like that? Or
they like to be called New Orleanians.
New Orleanians, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what it says here. Now, right. This according to some website I've never used before. So
it feels so weird. It's like pronouncing the foreign name of a country in that foreign tongue, like that city in Northern Australia, Cairn. Mm-hmm. Which we'd all call Cans or something like that.
Sure.
Or Karens. I think it's
Karens.
We pronounce it Karens, Cairns.
Oh.
But are we supposed to pronounce it Nolans? Even though that sounds like it's making fun of an accent. No, we're going to Nolans.
I think people maybe live there and have the accent do it. I can't do it because it sounds like I'm making fun of it, so I just say New Orleans. And I think that's perfectly suitable. It's people who say New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, exactly.
That we need to kick out of all parties. They need to leave.
Sure.
Those people.
Sure.
All right, check this out. The total land size of New Orleans is 350.2 square miles. Okay. That's for those using space points on the other side of the place. It's 901 square kilometers. That's smaller than I thought it would be. So that's news to me. 350 miles is not that much.
It's not that much, but I mean that's the MSA, the Metropolitan Statistical Area. So that doesn't that doesn't include what they'd consider the New Orleans suburbs and things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It just seems, I don't know. It just seems small to me.
Yeah.
Did you know the game of poker originated in the city of New Orleans?
Oh,
yeah.
I did not. Really?
Yeah, as did the game of craps. It was named craps due to its original name of crapade, which is the French word for frog. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. Mm-hmm. This links back to...
It's pronounced frog.
Oh, it's just frog. This links back to the nickname many give the French frog eaters. So there's that.
Oh, really? So that's a thing they don't like to be called, frog eaters.
They don't like to be... I don't think they do. Do they? As far as I know.
No, I don't know. As far as I know, no.
They do like frogs. Yeah.
So I always thought those were both French, that poker and craps. I mean, French as opposed to French Creole. I always thought that they were both originated in France. Roulette originated in France.
That makes sense. Roulette, very French word.
Baccarat, I think, is French.
I think what happened is the French came here. Cleo's just yelling wrong, but we'll find out why in a second. The French came here and they completely just had a party. They just partied hardy down there and made up this game, and bam, there it is. Now
Gotcha.
I have not done any kind of verification
vetting the article.
Yeah,
sure.
No, here on TMS, accuracy is secondary to we're just all having a party here. All right. The original streets of the city's French Quarter are all named after French royalty and nobility. Did you know that?
No, didn't know that either.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know what any of these are, but
like St. Charles, I believe, and
it's probably a Louis Street or something. I forget. It's been so long.
Let me see here. That's interesting. So,
yeah.
You mean there was somebody named 16th Avenue?
Yeah, this probably
royalty named 16th Avenue.
Maybe there was somebody named something the 16th. Probably just the 16th Street. Anyway,
so Wilkinson, yeah, chart, because I know it's Chartres, and I don't think you pronounce Chartres Street or Dauphine, Burgundy.
Those are probably all nobles or something.
Noble, yeah. Royal. Oh, interesting. Royal Street. Well.
Oh yeah, that one's just straight up.
They ran out on that one, didn't they?
Where's Noble Street? I'm sure that's in there. Let's see. Canal Street was once the widest street in the world, not just the country.
Oh, it's pronounced canal. Okay, I thought it was pronounced canal. All right, good to know.
Yeah, it's not anal with a C.
Glad I did not pronounce that one incorrectly when I was there.
Yeah, Anal Street. Canal Street.
Canal Street. Anal Street.
See Anal Street. It was
you probably can at certain times of the day.
So Canal Street is once the widest street in the world, mainly due to the fact that, obviously, by its name, it was originally meant to be a location for a canal. So they dug it for a canal, kept it as a street. It's now still one of the widest streets in the world.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's cool. How about this one? The Louisiana State Museum, which is in New Orleans, is home to the death mask of Napoleon Bonaparte.
Ooh, the death mask.
Yeah, you got to go see that.
So that's when he's lying in state or something, they put the mask over him, and then when he's buried, they take it off and put it in a museum? Is that how that works? I'm not sure how
No,
that works.
death masks are, it's a plaster mold of your face. And so,
okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So they do that when, I don't know how common it was. I know in the 1800s it was common, but you'll wear like a death. So if you want to find somebody historic, like I think Abraham Lincoln, for example, let's see.
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln death mask.
That's funny. I've never heard of these. Why have I never heard of these?
They straight up freak me out, these things.
There's the Lincoln thing. Huh.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
I've heard of Death Eater masks. Those are different, right?
Very different,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Historically accurate, yet different.
Why does this one smell like Helena Bonham Carter?
She's probably she has a lovely smell.
I bet she does. Yeah. I bet
she strikes
smells
me
like
as
lavender.
Yeah, she smells of anti-aging is what she smells like.
She smells like incense and lavender, I'm sure.
She doesn't age, that woman. All right, here's a couple more.
Oh, okay.
No
basement. The Napoleon one is crazy.
Oh, I haven't seen. Let me look at it.
I'm going to put a link in the. Here we go. Let's see. Copy image. I'm going to put it in our Discord, and you can look at it there. But it looks like.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Doesn't look like any of the Napoleon actors that we've been given our entire life. The dude from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure did not look like this.
He's very smooth and convincing. Look at him.
He's like, yes,
wow.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. Kind of a handsome face.
Why does Napoleon look like the lead singer of Midnight Oil?
Right. I wish we kind of did these for all of us now. I want a death mask. Someone do me one when I die. I don't have a problem with it.
Sure. Do me one when I'm alive. I'd rather just have a bust. What are those called? Life bust or life?
You want a life bust? Okay.
I want a life bust.
Okay.
I do. I really do, actually.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Hey, when does
I want to be able to use it for modeling 3D print Borg pieces to stick on my face or something. I don't know.
How old was he when he died? He was awfully young looking in that mask. So I just want to see how old he is. Let's see. He lived from 1769 to 1821. Help me with the math. Napoleon Bonaparte. I can't find his death. Oh, here we go. He was only 51, Brian. Oh, where'd Brian go? I didn't notice. Brian disappeared.
Sorry. I was getting my death mask. I found it.
Oh,
it's
you
right
found
here.
it. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Put that on.
Yeah.
Put that in the museum.
There's my death mask.
You guys at home who can't see it, Brian's Ibit face.
I have one of the Ibit Bomb, full-size Ibit Bomb masks that, this is even funnier. Like, if I just do this the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hi.
Yeah,
how you
do
doing?
that.
Oh, yeah.
I could fake that, but it's better if you had a physical one. That's awesome.
It's way better.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, Cleo, Before Tank Girl, all had these printed up, and held them up during TMS one year.
Very nice. Check this out. The city motto of New Orleans.
Oh.
Translates. It's in French.
Are you going to finish that?
Yeah. It's in French. It's a French phrase, but I'm not going to say the French phrase. I can't do it right.
No, I meant is the motto of New Orleans. Are you going to finish that?
Oh, you mean that's the motto. Got it. Sorry.
That's the motto.
Yeah, that's how much sleep I had. All right. It's let the good times roll.
Oh, of course it is.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. In 2017, over 17 million visitors came to New Orleans. Contributed $8 billion to the local economy. Jeez
Was the Super Bowl held there? I'm sorry, was the big game held there that year?
I don't think so, but I don't see anything here. Okay, if you live there, you often refer to it as NOLA if you're local.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
New Orleans, Louisiana, NOLA.
Yeah, it's the Big Easy, and do you know why it's the Big Easy? Because it's big and easy, but also
I was gonna say when I'm there, it's definitely gonna be the Big Easy.
They named it that because the Big Apple name, they wanted something that kind of countered New York's nickname at the time. Really? Yeah. And
Big Easy was
the Big Easy, because the Big Apple's like the place you go to get it done. You're gonna make your life in New York. Let's go to New York. Anybody can make it here, kind of thing. And then New Orleans, you're like, nah, just come down here and party and relax and
take it easy. I got you. Okay, I was thinking it's like comparing apples to Easies.
Yeah. Don't ever compare an apple to an Easy.
Yeah.
The world's first movie theater was in New Orleans. The Vitascope Hall, it was called. So that's kind of cool. And now my favorite one to finish us out. Dental floss was invented in New Orleans.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Dental floss and craps.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dentist Levi Spear Parmley invented the dental floss. So well done.
Wow.
There's a bunch of spooky stuff too, but it's all bull crap, so I'm not going to read those.
Yeah. We're going to Muriel's, which apparently is a haunted restaurant.
Ooh, what?
Haunted by high prices.
I get it. That's good.
No, but really, seriously, he's supposed to be haunted.
What's it haunted by? Like somebody significant, or what's the deal?
Some Karen that wants to still talk to the manager. I guess.
Oh man, they never leave.
What is it? Let me see what it. Let's see.
Even
Muriel's
in
Jackson
death.
Square.
Even in death, they don't. Those people.
For many decades, blah 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 blah. Claude Trepanier.
What's his deal?
I don't know if it was he. I don't know if he's the deal. There is a long. I'm not going to read all this.
Yeah, don't read
Good
all
Lord.
that.
Just give me a really quick. Why is Muriel's? Oh, okay. One of the most haunted restaurants in New Orleans. Why?
Yeah, why? That's what we want to know.
Revolves around one of the past owners of the building in which Muriel's resides. Pierre-Antoine Leparty Jourdan bought the property sometime after one of New Orleans' huge fires. He stepped in, bought the damaged property, set forth restoring the home to its former glory. He was proud of his home. He could communicate with the ghost of Jordan. With the levy. Okay, so it's really just the previous owner loved the game or loved the restaurant. He also lost a lot of poker games there, but he loves the place, so that's why he still haunts it.
Oh, so because he just can't give it up. I get it.
Jordan.
Well done, Jordan.
Jordan, give me my Mingo phone.
Oh, that thing will never leave our memory.
No, never.
Quick note, programming note, sort of. We're working on it, but it looks like the weekend we chose for our TMS getaway in Vegas is a little weird. They're doing the NFL draft there that weekend, and they now have an NFL team, which means hotel rooms are like $300 for the cheapest things. And
for a night.
For a night.
Just Thursday night, $300. So, yeah. So
ridiculous.
We're in the process of figuring out a different weekend. It'll probably will just stay in. It may not even be a weekend. It'll stay in April. We might just move it to weekdays, which would be a lot cheaper.
A whole lot cheaper. Yeah. And we could do like Tuesday through Thursday or something, or Monday through Thursday
exactly.
or something.
Yeah, we'd be out of there before the crowds start coming in. And it's not just the prices that'd be an issue, but also be the crowds. We don't want to have to deal with a bunch of people.
Yeah, we want to
for many reasons.
For lots of reasons. Forget about COVID for a minute. When there's a giant thing happening in Vegas, and that happens more now that they have an NFL team and an NHL team for that matter.
Yeah.
Just avoid that place on those game nights, unless you're going there for the game. But it's a nightmare.
Well, just go to. Just don't go to the Strip during the hockey games or the football games. The downtown, totally fine.
Yeah,
'cause
downtown's
the
usually fine.
Stadiums are far away from that.
That's true.
So the most important thing to take away from this is go to the TMS Discord, the Frog Pants Discord, and find the TMS Vegas channel. That's where a lot of the discussion and planning is going to be. So
Yep. If you're planning on going, go. The way to do this would be to check to get to the Discord. It's super easy. Just go to frogpants.com/TMS. All the links are there. And Brian's right. That's going to be the best place for sort of coordination of all this. But I know there's a couple of people, like I know Will Harris in the UK is making a plan to be here. I talked to Justin, and he thought it's the perfect weekend because I guess they're also doing that ice cream social thing that weekend, but I don't think he knew about this.
I'll bet he didn't, because.
But if we did it earlier that week, it may still land well for everybody. So we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Well, let's all get in there and get
make
it
sure
done.
Tom can make it, and of course Cleo, and since that's a special thing going on there for her. So yeah, we'll figure it all out. But the best place, I'm not going to do updates here unless they're big updates. Obviously, once we get a date squared away, we'll talk about it here on the show. But for all the other details, just head on over to the Discord, and stuff will be there.
Yeah. And for those at home going, wait a minute, are we in a pandemic? No, we know. We're planning ahead. We know it's a ways off. We're giving ourselves some breathing room here, literally.
Yeah.
The goal is by then, hopefully things are a little better.
Tucker Carlson told me that Omicron will be over by the end of March.
Oh, did he? Oh, well, he told me I'm supposed to have the hots for a green M&M. I didn't understand that.
You don't? I mean, those high heels, come on.
I mean, they're pretty
Who
hot.
doesn't want to screw a sexy librarian piece of candy?
I'm sure that'll make the rounds in our next mashup. I'm excited. Jeez Louise. All right. Well, there you go. We'll let you know more as we know it, and we'd love to have your voice in it. Let's do some freaking news. Yeah, that's right. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by
Tom Norm from the chat and Patreon says, I'm a web developer, author, and podcaster. I do a weekly D&D stream, battle map creating. It sounded like he actually fought creating maps, and some games at twitch.tv/TomMNorm. That's TOMMNORM. I'm also coming out with my new book in the next month or two. Everything can be viewed at SchaffenCreative.com. That's SCHAFFEN creative.com. Love the show, though.
Thank you, Tom. He's in the chat today. Hi, Tom.
He is. Hi, Tom. Norm.
What's up, buddy? All right, let's get into this. A couple news stories here today, Brian. Some important stuff happened overnight.
Yes.
After more than 70 years, this didn't happen overnight. This was a while ago. The FDA, the Federal Food and Drug Administration, is dropping its regulation for French dressing, or as this headline says, dressing.
Some dressing. French dressing.
Dressing.
Or French dressing.
Yeah, you could go either way. Sure. After more than 70 years, the federal government decided that French dressing is no longer in need of regulation. Quote, when the standard of identity was established in 1950, French dressing was one of three types of dressings we identified, the Food and Drug Administration said in the final rule posted to the Federal Register on Thursday. The other two were mayonnaise and just plain old quote-unquote salad dressing.
Okay.
Whatever the hell that means. French dressing is the only pourable dressing required to adhere to standards that require it to contain oil, acidifying ingredients, and seasoning. Other foods, including bread, jam, and juices, have their own standards of identity. When it comes to French dressing, many consumers expect red or red-orange color and tomato or tomato-derived elements, none of which are required under the standards. The Association for Dressing and Sauces. This is a real thing, by the way.
I know. What surprises me is, if without reading the article, I would have said, I would have assumed that it had to come from France. The recipe had to come from France.
Right.
No,
That's what I thought. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah. This is what you call a lot of red tape for nothing. Let's see. The Association for Dressing and Sauces, which is a group I really want to attend their next meeting. They sound amazing. It's an industry group founded in 1926. Good Lord. They petitioned for the standards to be revoked in 1998, citing the explosion in varieties of salad dressings available, among them ranch, cheese, peppercorn, and Italian. French dressing is no longer a baseline for other dressings and has become marginalized, said that association. So they finally got their wish. In 2022, It took this long But no longer do they have to adhere to whatever strict rule they have for French dressing. They can go nuts with it. So,
do you think the Association for Dressing and Sauces, when they hold their meetings, do you think they hold it in a ranch?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm allowed to keep doing the show after that one. That's really that was
Thank
a rough
you.
one.
I'll be here all night, everybody.
That was a rough one.
I know, sorry.
That's what they should do. No matter what they should do, everything should be dressing and sauce related. Don't you think?
Sure. Yes, exactly.
So I actually agree with you. They should have their meetings in like a ranch.
Easy says, "Oh yeah, I should hold it in the Hidden Valley."
Yeah, the Hidden Valley. Exactly. Damn straight. They should have all. Let's see. What else could you have?
I know. I'm like going through them really quickly, see what else I could come up with.
What's a blue cheese? Have a Russian
everything
guy.
else is like Italian or blue cheese or.
What's the Russian stuff called? It's not always called Russian.
Oh yeah, there's one that's like what? Well, it is called Russian dressing. There's like a catamaran, not catamaran. What is it? It's like cata.
Well, isn't Thousand Island
Catalina dressing?
Oh, Catalina. I thought Catalina was French. It was the other term for the French dressing. No, do I have that wrong?
I thought those were separate.
They could be. They could be.
This is
because I'm pretty sure that Russian dressing is also Thousand Island, right?
Oh, okay. Yep. Here we go. Catalina, a trademark name for a specific product dressing, is essentially ketchup, oil, vinegar, various spices, and sweeteners. French dressing is a too sweet vinaigrette with paprika added for color.
Okay. So that clears that up. Thousand Island is what? Hold on.
Thousand Island is a white dressing?
No, it's that pink goo.
Is
isn't
it pink? Oh, yeah, right. It's what some people use for fry sauce.
Yeah, and isn't it also...
Mayonnaise, olive oil, lemon juice, orange juice, paprika, what's this here sauce, mustard, vinegar, cream, chili sauce, tomato puree, and ketchup.
Okay.
Or Tabasco.
Yeah.
And yes, I said, what's this here sauce?
Yes, you did.
Because as you hold that up and say, what's this here sauce?
Now, Russian dressing. Oh, that's why I'm not crazy. Here it is. Russian dressing is very similar to Thousand Island. Most manufacturers,
really? Russian and Thousand Island.
Yeah,
okay.
so sometimes they omit the mayonnaise to make it less creamy, but I knew it was close. Yeah, that looks almost the same. But also that originated here in the United States. It's not actually Russian. So I don't know what's going on. All right, excellent. There's also a movie called Russian Dressing. No thanks, I don't want to see it. Let's move on to the next story.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, you want to be more attractive? I do. Do you?
Sure. Who doesn't?
Nobody doesn't. Maybe Steve Buscemi. It would hurt his brand to be.
It kind of would, right? Yeah.
He needs to look like he looks.
Who cares?
So here's the deal: wearing a facial mask or a surgical mask, I should say, make you look more attractive, according to a new study. I promise.
I think that absolutely 100% is true.
Oh, you do? All right. Well, let's see what the study says, and then you tell me how because it sounds like you've got empirical evidence that it's true, regardless of this study. So I want to hear that. Face masks can make you more attractive, according to research from Cardiff University. Images of men wearing blue surgical face masks were perceived as being more appealing or most appealing. This is from a dude named Dr. Michael Lewis. He is. Or it says reader at Cardiff University. I don't know what a reader is.
I don't either. I guess he just goes to Cardiff University with a good book.
He reads. Yeah, he just reads there.
Yeah, I'm a reader. Yeah.
Sure, why not? Kind of a reader. He likes a good book.
Maybe he's easy reader.
He could be. Says what we found is that in the past when people put on a surgical mask, this cues people into thinking there's disease present, and that will make people judge the face as being less attractive. But what happens now is when people see someone with a mask, they are no longer being cued that there is a disease here. But what they are doing is seeing people as being more attractive. Okay. 43 women were asked to rate attractiveness. So this is all women being asked of images of males wearing masks and without masks. Wearing a plain cloth mask, wearing a blue surgical mask, and then covering their face with a book. That makes you a reader as well. That's my understanding.
Yes, right.
Lewis says the sample size was large enough to draw some conclusions. The experiment took place February 20th and 21st when there was, currently the UK face mask mandate was happening. So that was going on. Let's see. I'm trying to find the actual results here. I didn't put them in right.
I like that it's a huge sample size of 43 women.
Yeah. They claim that's enough, but you never, you don't.
Yeah.
get these things.
No, but I still think it's true because, and here's my theory on it.
Okay, give me your
and
theory.
It hasn't really come up, is that when you can't see the rest of the face, you basically, your mind fills in what you think the face looks like based on the top half. And it's always going to pick the ideal bottom half of the face based on the top half. Your mind just does that. It does that with anything. Like if you're shown something that's hidden, your mind fills in whatever you can't see with the ideal.
I could see that. Is that why I think every ninja's good looking? Because all they show is this.
Well, those hot ninjas, yeah, exactly.
I really do. When I see a ninja, I just assume there's a very good looking Asian
like
person.
they
under
all
there.
look like Jean-Claude Van Damme under those ninja. Ryan Reynolds under those ninja faces.
Sure. I don't know. I was thinking of Ryan Reynolds, but sure, that's fine. I was thinking more like an attractive
I'm
Asian
always
person.
thinking of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Scott.
he's on your mind now, right?
He's
now.
dreamy. Yeah,
He is pretty dreamy. Yeah, let's
and
see.
so sensitive.
Like if you're okay, it says something about George Clooney. So what we'd expect is if we had George Clooney or someone as attractive as George Clooney, you look at the top of the face and you're right, they fill in the gaps. That's exactly what he says at the bottom of the study.
Oh,
So
really? So it does. Okay, that's funny. It took him a long time to get to that because I did not read this article before.
No, I think you're right. I think you're just dead on.
My garbage.
You're just dead on. You're exactly right about how it worked.
I think what we need to do is like a test, right? Where we take actors and cover the bottom of their faces and then just kind of see if what we perceive is better looking than when we take the mask away.
Does it have to be? It has to be somebody we don't know, though, right? Or else we're.
Oh yeah, it kind of does have to be someone we don't know. That's true. Yeah.
So we just need to find some faces, and then both handsome and ugly. Not ugly, but
Yeah, and
whatever.
Terry Z in Chicago, by the way, happy birthday, Terry Z, says, because I think today is your actual birthday, says, so if you put a mask on Prince Charles, your brain would make his face look attractive. If you didn't recognize him as being Prince Charles and fill in what you know about Prince Charles's face, then I say yes.
Yeah.
You would fill in based on what you see, what's not there, and it would be the ideal version of what's not there.
Yeah, exactly. But you'd have to not already have the image of Prince Charles in your head. So it would have to not be famous people, I guess, is the point.
Right.
Or else-
There's, I'll say this. There's a restaurant I go to locally for breakfast. I go out for breakfast on Fridays, every Friday, without fail, go out to breakfast.
Yeah.
But I have like 5 or 6 different places I go. And one of the places is a local diner called First Watch. And there's frequently two people at the hostess stand, both of whom I think must be really attractive under their masks. And there's a woman with long brown hair, always has it pulled back, and I just see the top half of her face, and she does really, like, she's great with her eye makeup. And then there's a dude with like Greatest American Hero kind of blonde curly hair, the fro, the blonde fro. And then halfway through the pandemic, when things were starting to relax, I saw them both without their masks, and I said, oh wow, neither of them look
like-
as good as I imagined.
As you
they
imagine,
did.
yeah. You were in the test and didn't know it. So
I
well
was
done.
in the test and didn't know it. So
You were the Arvada control group. That's what you were. You just didn't know
exactly. Yeah, when I say local, the First Watch being local, I'm just saying it's close to me. I'm not saying it's a mom and pop place that's
it. Oh,
right.
yeah. I'd never heard of it.
I know
though.
they're. Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great. They're on the healthier side, right? So they have greens bowls and acai bowls and things like that. And then they do also have like chocolate chip pancakes and chorizo poutine and stuff like that.
That sounds really good.
Oh, it was all really good.
Gosh
Yeah.
dang it. I should do that. I like your Thursday thing or Friday thing. I have shows
Friday
in the
morning
morning.
thing,
Yeah,
I
I screwed up. I got to quit having shows in the morning on Friday. That's my problem. I got to hey, instant. Sorry, you're done. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Can't-
Who wants to talk about video games in the morning on
I know.
a Friday?
I
Scott?
know.
Come
I
on.
know. Right? I don't want to do that.
Silly.
I want to put a
Silly.
pancake in my face. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, but I'm usually there and gone for breakfast by like 7:45, 8 o'clock. Like I go early and I get out of there early to beat the rush, and so I'd be done before you'd be done before the instance.
I can't eat that early though. Ugh.
Oh, right. The time fasting.
It's
deal.
not even that. I just can't eat. I just don't like eating early in the morning. Just can't do food too early. I don't know why. If I eat before 10, it's weird for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. That is weird.
Like the intermittent
Weird.
fasting thing actually is kind of just me and my normal, like 11 o'clock. That's about when I eat 11:30. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It keeps me from eating 3 giant meals a day. You know what I mean? Like usually
Yeah.
2. So.
I actually I've been tending to do the big breakfast, like on Fridays. I'll do a bigger breakfast, salad for lunch, small dinner. And then even during the week, I still try and put all my, if I'm going to have a lot of calories or if I'm going to do bigger meals, I do them for breakfast or lunch and still try to do a light dinner because I don't want to just pig out when I'm going to be laying in bed in a few hours. And
Yeah, that's the worst.
yeah.
You got to do you do the carbs in the morning and you do the proteins at night.
The grains, the proteins, the grains, and the greens at night.
Yeah,
Yep.
get that in there, baby.
Terry Z in Chicago. You're 75. You only eat 1 meal per day?
Terry Z.
Terry Z. And he begins that with, wow, I only eat 1 meal per day. Like you guys are all crazy. I
Well,
only eat 1 meal per day.
Yeah, but look at him, 75, kicking it, doing
True.
great.
Doing something right.
Yeah,
Good point.
maybe I
Good
need to
point.
eat like Terry Z heading into my
Yes.
next couple decades.
Terry Z,
yeah.
I only eat 1 meal per hour. There you go. That's my rule.
Yeah, my problem is I eat too much. I snack too much. I've been better at it lately, but my snack problem is a problem. I snack too much.
Same
Even sometimes it's healthy shit. It's like I got these awesome organic dry roasted salted cashews, and I'm supposed to just eat a few, but before I know it, I've eaten too many. I always do it.
It's because you bring the whole bag down. Get
I know.
yourself a set of little ceramic bowls and never bring bags of food to your office. Just pour some into a little ceramic bowl. You've got to do that. That's
Yeah, you're totally right. Just once again, self-control, right?
right. Portion control. Is
Portion
the key.
control, and you got to have a better ability to control your damn self.
Yeah.
All right, here's a fun one for you. We talked about monkeys yesterday. The monkeys are all over the news lately. We got a lot of monkey news, and here's
all
one.
monkeys all the time.
That's right. All 100 lab monkeys have now been accounted for after a whole bunch of them escaped because of a crash. It was like one of those movies where a prison truck crashes and all the inmates get out. It's like
Oh
that.
God, this whole thing sounds like a horror movie. Like, oh my God, we've got 99 of the 100 monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
One monkey's still out there, and he turns out to be the one that's got the infectious radioactive superpowers disease or something like that.
To be honest, I'm rooting for the monkeys, if I'm honest. I kind of like.
We all saw E.T. We know how this goes.
Yeah, I don't like lab monkeys. They have a rough go of it. Anyway, the last of the escaped monkeys from a crash of a truck towing a trailer load of 100 of these animals was accounted for late Saturday, a day after a pickup collided with the dump truck on a Pennsylvania highway. That's American Vampires live in Pennsylvania. I don't know if you know that.
Yep. Right on the Pennsylvania highway.
Yeah, they're right there. Several monkeys had escaped following Friday's collision, according to Pennsylvania State Police, but only one had remained unaccounted for as of Saturday morning, prompting the Penn Game Commission and other agencies to launch a search for it amid the frigid weather they're currently having. Kristen Nordlund, a spokesperson with the Federal Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, said in an email Saturday evening that all 100 cynomolgus macaques.
Cynomolgus.
They're all macaques.
Macaques.
Yeah.
Yay!
Macaque.
More macaques. More macaque talk.
Yeah, a doctor says, "Where does it hurt?" Macaque. Just kidding. Sorry,
If they
Carter.
tried to stop the monkeys, they would have been macaque blocking.
Yeah. Oh, geez, Louises. That's actually true. They've all been accounted for. 3 were dead. They were euthanized, which pisses me off. Anyway, the email did not elaborate why the 3 were euthanized or how all came to be accounted for, but said the euthanized ones were done so humanely by clobbering them over the head with a bat. Just kidding. That didn't happen. I made that part up.
Did they see the monkey that was driving the dump truck that collided to get them to free the monkeys?
It's the first one they euthanized. They're like, "You bastard! You were driving that
Right.
truck. It wasn't
Exactly.
me. It wasn't me." The collision happened on Friday, and the worry was that these monkeys might be full of some drugs or some weird, infectious anything. And so, but they assured everybody, A, that they aren't, and B, that they're all accounted for. So now everything's fine. So don't worry about your monkeys. Everything's fine, you guys.
all fine.
Final story in the wake of the death of Meatloaf. Meatloaf says Prince Andrew. You know Prince Andrew is the one that's kind of in trouble for all the
stuff with
Jeff. What's his name?
Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeff Epstein.
Epstein. There you go. He's tied up with that stuff. He says Meatloaf said in an interview that just unearthed this interview that said that Prince Andrew once tried to push him into a moat after he caught Sarah Ferguson, quote, paying attention to him, unquote. Wow. Rock star and actor who died on Thursday at age 74. He was an actor? What was he in?
Are you kidding me?
Well, I really don't know.
Little movies like Fight Club, Rocky Horror Picture Show, that great Steve Martin movie with a Leap of Faith.
Oh,
where he was
a preacher.
He's the bus driver in the Spice Girls movie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. I actually like his acting more than his singing.
Completely forgot about Fight Club, him being in there. I should know
Tenacious
that one.
D.
They keep saying
what
Tenacious.
Was he? There's a couple people, Dice to Me on a Bad Pour, saying Tenacious D.
They're confusing him with someone.
Are they thinking Jack Black?
Yeah. There was no Tenacious D movie that he would have been in, right? Or did he guest sing in it or something?
Oh, he was JB's dad. Really? Oh man, I forgot about that. Jack Black's dad was played by Meatloaf. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that
Detective
either.
Destiny or whatever it was called, the Tenacious D and the
Destiny? I never saw that. His name was Robert Paulson. Yeah. Anyway, was that really his name? Robert Paulson was his name? Was that his real name?
Whose name? Not Meatloaf's
What's
real name.
Meatloaf's real name? Do you know it?
It's Marvin Aday. He later changed it to Michael Aday because kids were making fun of how fat he was in school at the time when Levi's had a commercial that said, "Poor Marvin, he's too fat to fit in Levi's."
Oh.
So he actually did go to the courthouse at 11 years old or something and legally change his name to Michael.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect it. Well, anyway, he says that he was pushed into or attempted to push into a moat by Prince Andrew because of this attention. The singer and actor, whose real name, it's right here, Marvin Lee Aday, participated in the 1987 television charity tournament, It's a Royal Knockout, filmed in Alton Towers. That's what he was doing there. Members of the royal family competed in teams, kind of like, Family Feud style, alongside celebrities such as John Travolta, Sheena Easton, Cliff Richard, and John Cleese in a bid to raise money for charity. They had to get a Brit in there. Let's see. In a 2003 interview with The Guardian, Meatloaf said, "It was great fun. He had a great time, but joked that the Queen hates me." He revealed that he caught the attention of Sarah Ferguson, Prince Andrew's wife prior to their divorce. "Fergie wasn't exactly flirting with me, but she was paying attention to me," he said. "And I think Andrew got a little, I could be wrong, I'm just reading into this, but he got a little jealous. Anyway, he tried to push me in the water. He tried to push me in the moat," unquote. There you go.
That's crazy. I know you don't watch a lot of reality television, especially reality television hosted by our former reality television host-in-chief. But when Meatloaf was on The Apprentice and fought with Gary Busey over paints and sponges, it was some of the best television ever.
So this is funny. I never watched a single episode of The Apprentice or most reality TV, but I remember someone showed me that interaction. Yeah. It's like some kind of YouTube video or something of that fight. And now that you've said it was for The Apprentice, that's actually news to me. I didn't know it had anything to do with that. I thought it was just...
Here's a link if you'd like.
Let's revisit it. Let's revisit
it's audio muted out, so...
That's fine. All right, I'm going to hit the thing here. Okay, here we go. Skip ahead. Here we go.
Let's see. Started about...
That ain't good, dude.
So there's
started about 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
3 minutes, 7 seconds.
Did you buy this paint right here?
Yeah. Why?
Okay.
I'll come get you.
He didn't buy all this. Those big brushes.
This is stuff you picked out.
Yeah, I know when I...
Busey was on that show, I guess, huh?
I bought sponges, I bought a spray paint, I had my...
We can also go right back down there and grab some more stuff.
But you just don't assume, and you ask.
Dude, Meatloaf's pissed.
Is this your bag?
Meatloaf he goes from 0 to 100 in like...
Ooh, it looks like they're going to just go down.
Does this look like it?
And then Busey just standing there taking it?
Yeah. How bad is it when Gary Busey seems like the sane one?
Yeah, I don't think that's good. I think that's bad.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, our guest will be here. We'll talk to Bill first, then we'll get a little science in with Bobby. So stick around for all of that. Before that, though, we need a song. Brian, you got a song?
Yeah. Let's go to Austin. A singer named Scott Strickland is releasing a brand new single called L.A. This is the first single from his debut self-titled album, which is going to come out Friday, April 29th, courtesy of Smith Music. This is the first album that he's released since his 2015 EP, Fly to the Sun. So it's been a while for him, and we're glad to have him back. He is, getting ready to do an album release show in Austin. He says that these little songs are flares, fragments of what my life used to be as I pursue onward with my pursuit of what is good and true in the world. So here is Scott Strickland and his first single from his brand new album, L.A.
I mean, you're in an independent Baptist church, and you got a King James Bible in your hand, and you got a contemporary liberal hairdo. What in the world is wrong with you?
Hello, we are going for a little walk, so let us not waste any time.
The Morning Stream. Space Rock.
We've returned. Tell me that song again so I don't forget it.
You bet. The song is called L.A. It's by Scott Strickland. His brand new album is coming out at the end of April.
That is great news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's great news.
It is great news.
All right, Bill incoming.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Punish Prop Zone Builder in, heading in. All guns blazing, all fires set. Got to play his.
Okay.
Oh, I found it. I found a clip. I played it earlier, but should we make this the clip where Bill comes in? Let me play this real quick.
Eat shit and die, Ricky. Eat shit and live, Bill.
I don't know. I haven't decided. I feel like maybe not.
I think Bill needs to decide that one. I don't think we can decide that for Bill.
What do you think, Bill? You like your new intro? What do you think there, bud?
I don't know how on brand that is for me.
I don't know. I feel like Bill. The roles are switched. Bill would be more likely to say "eat shit and live" someone else.
Yeah,
it's Bill who's the problem, and I think that was
right.
a clip from the movie, not The Razor's Edge. What's the one where Tom Cruise and everyone's in it? It's a long time ago. Outsiders. I think that was it.
Yeah.
The Outsiders, right?
No.
The Stephen King book's called The Outsider. That's something.
No. The Outsiders is the one that's based on the book. It's got Sleepaway Camp.
No,
really,
can't be right.
No, Outsiders had what? C. Thomas Howell and Patrick Swayze and
yeah, Outsiders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Outsiders.
Yeah, they weren't greasers, Bobby.
Greasers.
What do you got? Like 3 decades wrong on that. That is not what they were. They were just punk kids like gangsters, but they weren't greasers. You're thinking of the wrong thing.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
All right. Well, on that, for that, okay, then this.
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
It remains for now. Bill's here. He is from punishprops.com, and he joins us like he does every Tuesday. We're here talking about makers and making things and props and stuff. Bill, I have a follow-up for you before we get going.
Sweet.
Yeah, last week we talked about which of your props you would use to defend your home, and had a whole discussion about that. And this guy wrote in named Kent G. He said, what does that remind me of somebody? Oh, Kenny G is what I'm thinking of. Saxophonist Kenny G. Kent G wrote in, Bill, wouldn't it be more effective to have a very flashy and lavish prop to scare someone off with, even if it was not as effective as stabbing with as a simple knife would be? So his idea is like, if you had a big, scary looking, wacky weapon, that might be the deterrent you need that wouldn't really even hurt the guy. He just wouldn't know. He'd be too scared. What do you think of that?
I think if you're gonna go with that route, then I would set up all of my mannequins. Because let me tell you, if I'm walking through my dark shop and I catch one of those mannequins out of the corner of my eye, that scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, it does, right? Oh my gosh!
All of my mannequins I had to take apart, put on the ground, and cover with something. Because even a body on the ground catching out of the corner of your eye is a little startling.
Yeah, nobody wants.
And if the mannequins don't scare him, we have a giant Surtur skull on the wall. I think if someone saw that, they might think twice as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with. If I saw one of your mannequins, that'd be enough for me to get out of there.
Oh so, yeah, just a naked. Actually, funny. The mannequin we bought this mannequin. I think I pointed this out to you a while ago.
Yeah.
Bought a mannequin. It's like a man-shaped mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
The head of it looks a lot like Nick Johnson. Looks like your kid.
Oh, my.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The boy does it. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really does.
I'll have to share that with him. He'll be not at all creeped out.
I'm
by
gonna
it.
take a picture of it. It's pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah, do that. I would actually really like to see it. Well, it's good to have you here. Why don't we dive into what you're working on this week? What's going on in the maker world of Bill Duran?
I'm going back in time a little bit, reminiscing. I was thinking about this last night. I'd forgotten about this TV show from the mid-'90s. Did you ever watch the show called Movie Magic?
No. Brian's that
Sounds familiar, but no, it doesn't.
Not ringing a bell.
Like 70 episodes, I think, from 94 to 97 on the Discovery Channel. And on YouTube, here, I'll drop a link in the chat there. On YouTube, I looked up Movie Magic playlist. Sure enough, someone found every episode, collected them in one playlist.
Ooh. Very nice.
And
And
this-
these are these out of, are they legal to play on YouTube? Probably must be.
I couldn't find it literally anywhere else. There isn't even a Wikipedia entry for this show.
Oh, interesting.
So someone collected them all, put them up on YouTube.
Okay.
Now the show is about how movies are made, and every episode will showcase a specific effect or effects from a specific show or movie. So if you look at the playlist, there's an episode on the visual effects from Independence Day, or there's a episode just on motion control or old age prosthetics, or a whole bunch of different things like that. So they would collect behind the scenes footage on how those things were done in specific movies. I have a very vivid, specific memory about the episode on Demolition Man and how they did a whole bunch of that stuff.
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
now that I've seen this intro, I just watched the intro in silence, but it's something very familiar about this. It's bringing back some memories. Yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't remember them making quite so many episodes, so I may have to go back and watch a whole lot of these.
Yeah.
But so this got me thinking as I was reminiscing about this old thing. DVDs, the DVD era that we are rapidly sprinting
Departing.
away from.
Yeah.
That may have been the golden age of extra bonus behind the scenes stuff. Because now, when you buy a movie, like I bought Ghostbusters Afterlife on Amazon because I'm impatient. I just wanted to watch the movie right away as soon as it was available. And all you get is the movie. That's it.
Depending on where you buy the movies, you do get the bonus stuff with some places. Like I do my digital, like the Marvel ones. I actually stopped. Marvel were the last Blu-rays I was buying, right? So prior to, I think, Black Widow, did I buy? I don't think I bought Black Widow. I think Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals. I just bought the digital because I may not be a Disney Plus subscriber forever, but I do still want to have access to all those movies. And those all come with all the extras, the reasons that I bought the Blu-rays in the first place.
Yeah, it's just the difference this now compared to the DVD years where you were almost guaranteed every DVD had some extras on it. And these days
And
it's
you're
like,
not
oh,
guaranteed
we don't,
these days.
you
No.
don't even know. Like I bought the 4K digital Blade Runner 2049, and I was really hoping that had stuff. It didn't have any extras. It was just,
Oh, really? That sucks.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, I think our favorite MCU movie's got to be Thor Ragnarok, and I believe on Amazon when we bought it, the movie itself is like 4 hours long because they tacked another hour and a half on the end of it with extra stuff, which is really cool. It's just weird that in the digital age, I can't like buy a movie on Amazon and on the page for Amazon, why not have like all the extra features there as separate broken out thing? Like it's possible. I know it's possible.
Yeah. You get that. That's exactly the interface when you do it with the Apple.
That's cool.
Video store, and probably with Vudu and what's the Sony? What's the Sony one? I can't remember any names. Ultraviolet. Is that
mate?
There's. I know that I've seen some of these where when you buy the movie, you get a page, and it looks just like that DVD launch window where you've got watch movie, watch bonus features, and then that expands to say deleted scenes, gag reel, blah blah blah. You know those things.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, you'd think
how
that all
works.
of these things it'd be really easy to do in a digital age. They could update those things whenever there's new information or new.
Absolutely, right? They can film stuff years after the fact and add it, right?
Right, right.
So maybe we'll see a resurgence, and I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Now this was the rabbit hole I was going down last night. This got me thinking though. What were some DVD movies that had really good behind the scenes? And my gold standard, as far as I'm concerned, is Lord of the Rings.
Absolutely, those friggin' box sets.
Oh man,
yeah, they were amazing.
One disc for the movie and like 3 discs of extras. Yeah.
Really
the Blade Runner one that came out that had the theatrical release, the director's cut, and then the new director's cut, the new Ridley Scott, end all be all version. I think was probably for me the another highlight besides.
Oh yeah. Now a lot of the extra features. There's so much cool stuff, like director's commentary. What a great idea, or a different cut of the movie. That's awesome. Yeah. What I crave though is footage of people making the movie.
Oh, that's how we're bringing it back to making things with Bill. Okay,
now we got it. Yeah. By the way, just a real quick note here. It looks like Ultraviolet was originally a Dolby standard, and still is, I guess.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so
Movies Anywhere, somebody said, I think, is the one I was thinking of. Movies Anywhere.
Might be that, yeah. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So tons of really good stuff, but what the Lord of the Rings thing did was someone, I don't know who, and I would love to hear this story, someone had the foresight to be like, film everything behind the scenes, film people making Hobbit feet, film people making chainmail, talk to people during the movie while they're producing it, so that after the fact, this is all archived.
Yeah.
And that's one of the only ones I could think of where that's what happened, so that we got this just an insane look at how the movie was made.
Yeah.
I watched those ones, the Lord of the Rings ones, several times. Brittany has always been way into Lord of the Rings, so when they were coming out in the early 2000s, she got all the extended DVDs, and we watched all of them when we were coming out. And I'm willing to bet, watching those amazing folks at What a Workshop making props, costumes, and armor, willing to bet that had a pretty big influence on me and the course my life took after that.
Yeah, I'll bet. No, I mean, it's funny. I'm trying to think what would be. I guess Star Wars is that for probably Brian and I. Like we're not that far removed from Bill's generation, but I think that's maybe the one. And I remember as a kid seeing all kinds of. I don't even know where I saw these, but they were like mini documentaries of, when they mocked up for example, from Return of the Jedi, they mocked up the speeder chase in the forest, and they did it with action figures, and they filmed it with like dynamic camera angles. And I loved that stuff.
What do they call it? There's like a term for that. It's MAK something. Anyway, but I still over there have the laser discs of the original Star Wars trilogy.
Nice.
Which again, you want to watch Star Wars on those, you're getting up and flipping those things 4 times to watch the full movie.
A lot of people think those are the Laserdisc actually is the truest version of the original trilogy that you can still get your hands on.
Sure.
Maquettes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, squishy, twitchy.
Maquettes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So we used to, I basically did that. Based on that, I got my dad's video or a camcorder, and I started filming my own Star Wars stuff. It's how I got Burnt Kirk. I've told you guys about Burnt Kirk. Like, I love that freaking stuff so much. And today, people are prototyping all kinds of creative ways. Usually computers are involved, but there's something rad about saying, all right, we're going to make a big, expensive, incredible effects scene. Let's do it all first with action figures inside of a tiny little space and make a rad little thing. I just love that.
Yeah.
So
cool. In fact, that makes me think some of my favorite props are things like Doc Brown's little mock-up that they made in the third Back to the Future movie.
Yeah.
His little mock-up of the town.
Well, which he did in the first movie too.
Oh yeah.
He did, and I think he might have even done it in all. Well, I don't remember if he did in the second movie as well, but certainly in the first and third, and it was like a mirror image of the Hill Valley that he created in the first movie.
In fact, they did that in. They had a similar thing in Ghostbusters Afterlife, a tiny little town.
They did, yeah.
Or the house, right? And that makes me wonder: did they build that little maquette for production and then go, dude, let's just
use this in the movie. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I would love to build a little scene like that of the house from Afterlife.
Oh, for sure.
You should do it.
Yeah. Is there a movie? Let's say you pick a movie right now. You have an open table, and you're going to create the set or the venue of a movie that's a favorite of yours, what do you create? What do you build as your little miniature? I'm going to fill this table up with a miniature of a movie.
Oh, geez, like a little town or the house.
I'd probably do. I'd do Mos Eisley probably. Little desert.
Mos Eisley's a great one. Yeah.
I'd probably do that. That was my favorite place in the world back then.
I would make. This just makes me want to make more Mad Max RC cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you know what? If you could do like an action set of just the convoy chasing down the war rig.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that'd
dude.
be so cool.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Halloween Town is another good one. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind recreating the Pee Wee Herman Rube Goldberg device that he uses to make his breakfast in miniature form.
Oh wow. Or even the house, the playhouse.
Or even his Pee Wee's Playhouse. Totally. That'd be great.
Man.
Yeah.
Or Jerry's apartment.
Yeah, Jerry's apartment.
I saw your post-apocalyptic one, Scott. That was good.
I kind of want to make that version of it, like
you know what that made me think of actually is if I'm ever making a movie where like it's post-apocalyptic and the characters are like going through New York City and they need to crash somewhere for the night.
Yeah.
What if they just happen to break into an apartment and it just happens to be Jerry's apartment? You don't say anything, but it's obvious.
Yeah, you just do it. You do the movie the way you were gonna do it. It doesn't change anything. This is where John Wick is hiding or whatever. But to have it be Jerry's apartment would be an amazing pull.
Right?
Yeah, I would freaking love that. Oh my gosh, it's a great idea. Well, all right. This is I'm gonna watch this whole series. By the way, I'm already. I've had it on silent here, but I'm already like super stoked about just this makeup episode. They're talking about how they got Terminator makeup. They do interviews with Stan Winston. Like, this is no joke. How did I not watch this religiously back then? I wonder. I don't know why I wasn't.
Yeah, and I can't find any information about it now. I mean, in the 5 minutes I looked on Google last night, but it doesn't even have a Wikipedia entry. So this YouTube archive is where it all lives.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at young Rick Baker.
Right. Youngest of Rick Bakers.
Yeah.
He wishes he was that young now.
That guy's cool.
Oh my gosh, Harry and the Hendersons, how they made that. That's fun. All right. Very cool. Go check it out, you guys. Search for it. It's on YouTube. The entire thing looks like movie magic. And they start with an intro, and they have a whole playlist for every damn episode. Very cool. Bill, go ahead.
Recommendation. Our friends over at Tested, if you go to their YouTube channel and go to the playlist section, they have a playlist for everything they've filmed about Ghostbusters Afterlife. And it's like 34 videos. And they were there on set filming 2 or 3 years ago when they were filming it. And they have a ton of coverage, lots of behind the scenes stuff. Now, not a lot of it was happening while production was going on. It's more like afterwards they showed up or they kind of interrupted them. But it's still a ton of great information on how the movie was made.
That's awesome.
And that's our friends over at Tested.
Very
Adam,
nice.
Savage and Norm and those awesome
Norm
people.
was showing off a freaking Wonder Woman LED lit
Right?
what the frick was that, dude?
It's so good.
Holy shite. Brian, you got to see this.
Really? Okay, a Wonder Woman LED?
Yeah, I don't even know where to find this. I guess his Twitter account had it. Let's see. Norm. This is just too good not to share.
Yeah.
Norman Chan, there
I'm
it is.
Curious about.
Wonder Woman with the golden armor with the wings. It's a figure that he got.
Oh, okay.
And then he did a bit of special effects with her golden lasso, her lasso of truth.
Yeah.
Using some ultra thin LED wire. It looks like a strand of light. It's so good.
As opposed to So it's like that. What do they call that? The light fiber stuff that you can build with clothing.
Yeah, electroluminescent wire is good, but you need a extra bit of
there it is right
electronics
there.
to make it work. Yeah. And it winds, and it's not very bright. These LED wires
that's
are
amazing.
insane.
Is that Thanos?
Yeah.
Is she
she's fighting Thanos? Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. She's fighting Thanos. That's a big important part of the story.
Holy crap! That is so much brighter than any of the other luminescent wire I've ever seen. So that is a different thing.
Yeah. Freaking gorgeous. I'd turn that on and leave it on and never leave the room. That's so cool.
Yep.
That just that instantly made the Wonder Woman 1984 movie better.
Yeah, it did. That suit wasn't the problem with that movie.
That suit was just fine.
That suit was cool. And those wings and stuff. Oh, man. All right. Well, anyway, Bill, thanks for that. As always, punishprops.com's your destination for cool stuff getting made. And give Bill a follow on Twitter as well over at Chimbeard. Bill, have a great week.
See ya.
See you next time. Bye now. Why can't I find his name? Goodbye. There we go.
I can't find it.
Me no find it. All right. So now, I feel the need for some science. So why not?
We've had our education about making things. Now let's get our education about how these things work.
Yeah. How about that?
Science.
It's Bobby Franks, all the way from South Carolina, our second South Carolina native who comes on the show all the time. And we're happy to have him. Bobby, welcome back to the show. Hello.
Well, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, heck yeah. Look at you in your casual attire today, like a true scientist.
Is it Casual Tuesday for you? Is that the deal?
Every day is Casual Tuesday here in the Frankenberger house.
Very nice. So it's been a week, and I wonder what you've got in store for us today. What's going on?
Well, I've been doing some reading and research about something that I want to cover on the podcast this week, and I thought I'd bring it here and talk to you guys about it, which is that over in Europe, there seems to be a lot of nuclear power plants being shut down with not a lot of plans to replace them. And I think that might make meeting carbon emission goals by 2050 challenging.
So wait a minute. Is it what is the reason they're shutting them down? Are they giving reasons?
There's probably a lot of reasons, but I think that probably a big reason, I say probably, but I know from some of the research that I've been doing that a lot of the big reasons is that there's a lot of anti-nuclear sentiments. There's a lot of people who don't like the idea of nuclear for various reasons, like thinking it's not safe, thinking about nuclear waste and how you dispose of that, thinking that renewable energy like solar and wind would be better and cheaper and cleaner, stuff like that. Nuclear has historically been thought of as an expensive power source, and so there's a lot of arguments. A lot of those things are political arguments, I'd say, but there's definitely some science that can be.
Is anyone just straight up scared of a meltdown? Oh,
I think a lot of people are scared of meltdown, and that's one of the factors that go into the public sentiment that nuclear is not safe. But is that true? Is a meltdown really a dangerous risk? It's happened before. There have been nuclear accidents. Of course, famously Chernobyl, and then you've got more recently the Fukushima accident that happened. But those are, while tragic accidents, certainly people died and have injuries and long-term effects from that, and we shouldn't discount that. But do those accidents kind of end up dominating the public perception of nuclear, right?
Yeah, it's like airplanes. The safest thing you can do to travel is be on an airplane,
right?
But it doesn't feel like it if you think about crashing airplanes or hear about accidents with airplanes. Same
You're
kind of
much
problem.
more likely to die on the highway than you are in a plane, and you're much more likely to die from fossil fuel as an energy source than you are. It's just, again, you don't really hear about it because the deaths are coming from all the pollution.
Sure. Well, sometimes it comes from a coal mine collapsed and killed 30 people, or sometimes it's I guess you have these bits and pieces that happen, and people are used to hearing about those, and we just kind of shrug our shoulders and go, "Well, that's part of getting the coal," But the minute you have a once in 50-year accident in a nuclear plant, like the Fukushima thing is unfortunate mainly because it's an earthquake started the whole problem. So this thing you can barely predict as it is. And it's so big that it's in everyone's mind. They're like, well, these must be nothing but unsafe. So therefore, get rid of them, and then let's just pollute ourselves more because we're dumb.
But there have been some analyses that have been done looking at the relative risk and safety of different sources of power. And you can't just look at like you have to compare apples to apples when you do these kinds of things, right? So some of the analysis that I've been looking at compares first of all end to end risk of death, which is, you're talking about like gathering the materials for construction. You're talking about gathering the raw materials to turn into power. You're talking about the people who are working there and the risks that on their lives as working in the factories or in the power plants. And then also considering pollution and all that kind of stuff. And if you take all of these things into account and then count up all the number of deaths and then compare it on a per terawatt hour of energy released, because you have to consider that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you shut down a nuclear plant, they produce tons of energy. So if you replace that energy with fossil fuels, you're going to have a single fossil plant like a coal or oil plant is going to produce less energy than a nuclear plant. So you have to consider the amount of actual plants that you're going to need.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's more people involved and stuff like that. So if you look at the deaths per terawatt hour of energy produced, it's crazy. Something like 250 to 350 times more deaths come from coal and oil on a per terawatt hour basis.
Nobody likes math, though, do they? They don't like data.
No.
They like the emotional. They like the emotional reaction. That's what people like. And it frustrates the hell out of me. And I understand it, dude. I totally get it. Like, I know when I get onto a Ferris wheel that it's not going to kill me, but I still feel like it will. You know what I mean? Because I don't like heights.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how when you have a collective, when humanity as a collective has whatever collective fear they have, what do you even do? Like, it doesn't matter what you say to them. Hey, statistically speaking, you're going to die from stuff we mine way faster than that. They're just going to go, well, look what happened over there, and we still don't know what caused it. And like, they're just going to do that. So
yeah, that's why a lot of these are political problems, and I think, you have to have the political will exist to make change, but it's important to have the science and the facts and the math behind it so that those decisions can be made more clear-headedly. And I do want to be clear for anybody listening. I think there are problems with every energy source when we're talking about how do we, make it through the next 50, 100 years on Earth. Every solution, every energy source has drawbacks, and nuclear certainly does also have serious concerns. Nuclear waste being one of them. Like, what are you going to do with that? I think there are ways to solve that, but again, you have to have the political will to do it, because there's a lot of like NIMBY problems, not in my backyard problems with disposing of nuclear waste.
I never heard anyone say that acronym before
NIMBY?
as a spelled out word. That's great. That's
NIMBY.
great. NIMBY, like FOMO or all those other dumb words. That's great.
Zurple.
Zurple.
It's a zipper-related penis.
Penis
whatever it was yesterday. Yeah. Zerpy.
And if that happens because you're drunk, that's called a wine Zurple.
Yeah, no, yeah. And if it's just a Zurple, it's getting Garrett's penis stuck in your zipper. So
don't even get me started on a purple Zurple.
No, you don't want any of that.
No,
you don't want any of that. I can promise you.
Screaming purple Zurple. Yeah, no.
Well, that's interesting. So, so what do you think? I mean, reaching carbon goals and all that other stuff aside, like Germany, I know made a bunch of changes after Fukushima, right? That was the deal.
Well, and that's actually where this story came from and why I started looking into it is because on December 31st of this past year, Germany shut down 3 of the 6 plants that they have left, and by the end of this year, they're planning on shutting down the rest of them. So by the end of this year, Germany's not going to have any more nuclear plants.
Oh, wow.
And yes, in response to Fukushima, there was a ton of political action being made, and what's her name, Merkel, I think was at first against shutting down the nuclear plants, but the public wanted it done, and so that ends up being what happened. And there are other countries that are doing the same thing, going in the same direction: Belgium, Switzerland, they're all shutting stuff down. But then there's other countries that are trying to build up. France being a big one of them. They're one of the biggest nuclear generators in Europe. But it's all happening over there. And the reason that I think it's really interesting and important to look at is because Europe right now is supposed to be, it's who we always talk about as being like the shining examples of this Paris Climate Agreement. They're the ones taking charge and really trying to do something to reach these carbon emission goals by, net zero by 2050. And if that's going to happen, it takes we have to have a good mix of clean energy in order to do that. And renewable sources like solar and wind are not going to cut it by themselves.
Yeah.
I believe, personally, I think, my opinion is that I think nuclear needs to be a part of that equation. And if you're shutting them down with no plans right now to build new ones, then you're not going to make that 2050 goal, because even if you change your mind with whatever the next, different countries have different government setups, but whatever the equivalent of the next administration is, right? If you decide then, okay, we need to do that, it takes a long time to build a nuclear plant. And so you're probably not going to get it up by then. So it's really disheartening, and it makes me second guess or question whether even over in Europe we're going to even get close to reaching those goals.
Yeah, it's always the easy scapegoat to say, well, America's just doing whatever they do, but thank goodness Europe's focused on this, or they got it taken care of. And then you're just like, oh, maybe they kind of don't, or maybe they're not as interested as I thought they were, or whatever. That's a bummer. It's more of a bummer because I expect us to be resistant. Anytime that anyone tells an American what to do, we always go, you can't tell me what to do. That's what we do. It's our natural weird thing.
We always fight against it. Yeah.
It's the thing that made it, in some ways you could say, well, it's the go get 'em spirit that got this country moving and got us going, and we got to innovate this and do that and grow here and blah, blah, blah. But it bites us in the ass when it's in our best interest and we're like, you can't tell. We just start being rebellious children. And I hate it. And I do it too. We all do it. Everybody has their whatever it is, but it's still annoying. Anyway,
so I'm looking deep into that, and next week it'll probably be what we talk about, the main thing we talk about on next week's show, because like I said, there's a lot of politics to it, and we don't. It's a science show. It's not a political show, but there's certainly scientific answers to a lot of the questions that politicians are asking, like about safety and whether wind and solar are options and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. More on that when All Around Science starts talking about it, everybody. And they will, because that's what they do. Anything else you want to mention?
Yesterday, the podcast that came out, the podcast being, I should say it out loud, is All Around Science.
Yeah.
We talk about science every week and what's going on in the news and just what's on our minds. And yesterday's episode that just came out was all about the episode's title, We Don't Know How Planes Fly. And
well, that's a truth.
Actually, in a funny kind of strange way that you might not have expected, true. Physicists and aeronautics experts can't actually agree on how planes are able to stay in the air.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. They know they do.
You'd think that would be kind of established. Like, all right, well, with this, at least we know this.
Yeah. You think so, but they actually, there's a lot of debate on that, and they haven't really been able to nail it down.
Next up, magnets. How do they work?
Right. Right. They need to call the Insane Clown Posse. They could figure it out for him.
I like parts of physics where we're still confused. I think that's great fun. You know what I mean? Like, I like it when we haven't figured it all out, because you got to always have a goal. You got to have something to reach for. Can't know everything, so may as well be.
Dice Tomato says Bernoulli, talking about the Bernoulli principle for planes. We talk about that on the show, so if you want to know, that only answers some of the questions. So yeah, you should check out the episode. We talk all about what we wish we knew and what we don't know about how planes actually stay in the air.
I thought the term Bernoulli was a. What did I think?
You're gonna say hard drives, aren't you?
Is that what I'm thinking of?
You're thinking of hard drives, yeah, because and you can correct me, this is basically what I remember from high school science, but if you've got a curved wing, air travels slower over the top of the curve than it does under, and that's what causes lift.
You got
Basically
it backwards,
because-
but yes.
Is it okay? I have it backwards.
To the other way, but still.
That's what causes planes to get pushed into the ground.
That's right.
As far as
Slammed into the dirt. Right, but it had to do with hard drives because hard drives function on a similar
exactly
spinning hard drives.
Bernoulli drives were a thing in the 90s, 80s, and 90s, and that's why we were thinking about that.
That's exactly it. You did
Yep.
it. You found it. I found it now. Bernoulli drive. There it is. I had one of these.
Yep.
A Scuzzy
I did
Bernoulli
too.
drive.
A Scuzzy Bernoulli. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good old Scuzzy Bernoulli.
That's awesome. High capacity removable disk storage system. All
That
right.
was the woman I took to prom was Scuzzy Bernoulli.
Scuzzy
man.
Bernoulli.
Oh, she was a trip. You can
She
hear
was-
all about it on Film Side.
Yeah,
Sounds
everybody
like a football coach to me.
It does.
kind of does. Well, Bobby, as always, pleasure is ours to have you here. Bobby Franks on Twitter and everywhere else you find him. And, of course, don't forget the show, which is All Around Science, which you can get anywhere you get your podcasts. Have a fantastic week, dude, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks. See you.
Bye now. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see you.
Okay, there it is. All right. Hey, we're almost done with the show, but before we go, we're going to eat some Japanese things because that's our commitment in life to try to get through these things.
Take this. It's for you. It's food.
Hold on. Didn't that sound like David, what's his name?
Patton Oswalt. Oh, David Cross.
David
That's right.
Cross.
It is David Cross on Rick and Morty, right?
Right, but
We
it's
figured
not.
out?
It was just weird watching Station 11 and seeing him on there and going, oh, yeah. Freaking.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Are you done or how are you?
I'm done. Finished it. Loved it. You know.
Piece of art, that show. Piece of art.
Absolutely beautiful. Yes.
I loved it. And you know what? I even like what's her name with hairy armpits. She can have hairy armpits.
Lori
It's fine.
Petty?
No, the other one, the main one.
Oh, Mackenzie Davis.
yeah.
Yes, sure.
She can not shave those anytime she wants. I don't care. All right, what are we doing here? Let's do. What's in this tin? This thing.
Tea.
Oh, don't do that then.
Yeah, we're not eating that. No, really, we're just down to Kit Kats, I believe. Everything else we've tried.
Yep, you're right. All right. Do you have one in
Pick
mind?
pick a couple Kit Kats and we'll eat them.
The one with dolphin meat in it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Let's eat the dolphin.
That is the Save the Blue Ocean flavor.
Save the blue ocean flavor.
Save the Blue Ocean. Save the Blue Oceans.
Is there anything to translate on this? It's all English. Oh no, the ingredients.
There is on the big bag, so I'm gonna scan that. It's a white Kit Kat.
Brian's moved on to the big bag.
It's on the big bag.
Check out my big bag. Oh, it is white. Okay.
Yeah, there's a picture of it on the front of the bag. I haven't even opened my wrapper yet.
Unexpected. Oh, it just smells like another one of those cookie and cream flavored ones. Maybe this is just that, but it's to help save the freaking.
Could be. Yeah, we'll find out. Oh yeah, there it is right there. AV Tech John found it. I do like AV Tech John. Quick with the finding stuff.
No, he not only found that, he's the one that figured out the D to Z letter word today. He was first with that.
Oh, right.
Ditz. Yeah. He is no ditz, is what we've learned. Oh, look at that. There's a little sea lion there. And I only have dolphins on mine. But you got the full deal.
Oh.
Is it a little fishy?
There's a little bit of a salty.
Oh yeah.
Salted chocolate.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
What
sweet and salty, yo.
Yeah, let's see. Come on, focus. There we go.
I like that better than just pure sweet.
I just want to see the flavor on these things, and I can't. Ocean sea salt, is that just it? Sea salt and the sweetness of white chocolate. So it's white chocolate and sea salt.
Okay. Which is not really chocolate. What is white chocolate? I forget. It's like butter and cheese or something. What is it? White chocolate is... Like, what is white chocolate? It's like something
I thought
that...
it doesn't contain cocoa, right? But it's still, yeah.
Okay, here it is. Chocolate. White chocolate is a confection, pale ivory in color, made from cocoa butter. Oh, there's some cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter, okay.
Sugar, milk solids, and some
cocoa
vanilla.
cheese.
And cocoa. I don't know why I said cheese. It is, let's see, dark chocolate.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, so it's cocoa butter, and it's just super not. In large quantities, it's not good for you. You don't want to eat that stuff.
Yeah. All right, you want to pull a second one out?
Yeah, let's do two. do 2.
Okay.
What do you like?
And also, Cleo says she has a story if we can pull her in after this.
Oh, she has a story, does she?
She does.
I'll pull her in now so that she can talk to us while we do it.
While we eat chocolate chip.
Yeah, I don't know what I have her on here as. Is it just under Cleo? Cleo, I don't have you on this Discord. Yeah, I don't have you on Discord. I need you on Discord. So friend me. Okay, Brian, what do you think of this green one that looks like this?
Green one. All right. Okay. Finding that.
All Japanese all the time. There's like a little igloo in the upper right corner, and the 2 ends of the wrapper look like a twister.
Okay, looking.
It's like little twister balls, twister circles.
And it doesn't have...
And it's a Kit Kat.
Is it springy? No, those are all pink and white.
I will hold it up.
Picture of a squirrel on it. Okay, polka dots, yeah.
Yeah, polka dot ends.
Didn't we do that? I think we did that one last...
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I don't remember.
So I gave you multiples of I think that is the same one that is the same one we did last week.
All right.
Or a few weeks ago. Sorry.
No, it's good. How about the pistachio one with the rat on it? Not a rat, squirrel. Is that a squirrel or some other rodent? I don't know.
It's a squirrel. It's a little red-tailed squirrel.
Oh,
right
he's
there.
adorable.
All right. Pistachio.
Ooh, look at the color of that.
I love me some pistachio.
Me too. You know, I'm going to tell you something. You can't say pistachio without me thinking of the James Bond movie where the guy eats pistachios the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Heim Topol.
Yeah.
He's throwing them up in the air and catching them in his mouth.
Yeah. Can't separate the two. It's impossible.
Dr. Zarkov from Flash Gordon, too.
That's right. And it's way up in the... It's the one where the fortress is way up in the mountain or up on the impossible to climb thing.
That is For Your Eyes Only, I believe.
I think so. Ooh.
How's the pistachio?
Damn,
Is it
dude.
nuts? Is it nutty?
It's good. Oh, that might be my favorite in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, Japan. What are you doing over there?
Oh, my God.
You might have weird earthquakes and horrible shutdowns of your power systems, but hot damn, your Kit Kats.
Yeah, I want this one.
Hubba. Oh, she going to call via the phone line? All right, hold on. Let's do that because I don't have her on Discord. All right. Well, this is all going great. This is very improv here, folks. We're gonna just make it happen. All right. It's the line's open. Hopefully, it'll be her that calls. I'm not putting the number out there because she should know it, right?
Yeah, she should know it.
Oh, it can wait another day. She says. Are we waiting?
Oh, seriously? Really?
That's what she says on the thing. Oh, she's gonna call. No, Claire's gonna call now. No, don't call Claire.
No, don't let Claire call.
Now they're going to spam the line. All right, well, Cleo, you want to... Oh, wait. Okay, I got a number coming in. Let's see who it is.
Okay.
Hi, who's this?
I'm supposed to be working. What are you doing?
Oh, it is Cleo. Gosh dang it.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Peculiar.
Yeah, from Peculiar, everybody.
Calling from Peculiar.
Yeah, give us your full address, and we'll get it all taken care of. Hey, what's going on? You have a story for us? What's happening?
I did. I mean, because my stories tend to be colorful. Fair warning. Happy birthday, Claire, by the way. So you were talking about, you've had a couple of people come on now talking about home security and protecting yourself and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So story. When I was, I'm going to say my early 30s, I had 2 kids at that point. Middle of the night, we had an alarm system on our house.
Yeah.
The alarm goes off.
Okay.
And I jump out of bed.
Yeah.
Grab
like you do.
I, too, had a baseball bat. Yeah,
Sure.
I too had a baseball bat next to the bed, so I grabbed it.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the closest thing that I could to put on my head, which was a football helmet, because we're Chiefs fans. They were Chiefs fans out here at the time. My ex-husband was.
Yeah, and if you're a Chiefs fan, you always have a helmet near the bed. That's the rule, right?
Of course, because that's where you keep them. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went creeping through the house at first, still half asleep, and the alarm is going off, and I stop at the keypad and I don't look at it, but I try to punch in the code and it won't go off. So I'm walking around the house, and finally I go down to the basement, and I think I hear something, so I yell at the top of my lungs, "Get the F out of my house, leave my kids alone, blah, 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 blah."
Wow.
My ex-husband is asleep in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Couldn't give a tinker's damn what's happening to me at the moment. Or the children, apparently. Burn the whole thing down. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I come back up the stairs, and I hear the police cars coming, and I'm like, I don't know who's here, but hopefully they left the house.
Yeah.
And I realize at this point, that I'm naked with a baseball bat and a football helmet on. And as I crest the stairs to go back up to where the bedroom was to make sure everyone's okay, the front door has been blown open by the wind.
Oh,
and
says
the
the
police
wind.
are coming down the road.
Mm.
It gets better. The police are coming down the road with the big old headlights on.
Yeah.
And there I am, naked football player
Nice.
with a baseball bat.
Nice.
In the front
Naked
window.
football baseball player.
Moment.
Then the screen cuts to black and they do the intro for cops. Fantastic.
Oh,
No.
God.
Then the screen
You're very
cuts to black
welcome.
and he goes, bum,
Reno
bum,
911.
bum.
That's 100%.
It is like
It
the
was
end
a
of
mess.
Curb. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
slam the door and I run to throw a T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the cops are pounding on the door because now they've seen a naked psycho in the window, so
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah,
someone's
they know.
here. And so I throw a T-shirt on and I throw off the hat.
Yeah.
Aaron probably just rolled over and farted. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
And I run back to the front door and I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" Trying to be cute. And they were like, "We saw somebody. Is everything okay? The alarm's been going off." I said, "Yeah, it looks like the wind blew the door open, but I was just on a naked tirade. Don't mind."
That's
me.
awesome. Now, the two stories we've heard this week of people responding to possible break-ins. Everyone's naked all the time. Here's my question: Am I the weird one? Because I wear a pair of like gym shorts, clean gym shorts and a T-shirt when I sleep. Is everyone else naked? Am I the weird one?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm wearing underwear, but
I
that's
don't
all
think
I'm wearing.
so.
But at least I'm wearing something. Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
It depends.
It depends.
If the
What
kids
if you're
aren't here? I'm just free balling it all over.
free balling
the house.
it?
During the day, I'm making phone calls to doctors. All my junk's hanging out. I don't care. I'm not getting on a Zoom call. The hell with
You're
you.
not on Zoom? Yeah, what does it matter? You're not on Zoom.
Yeah, I don't care.
Chat
I'm
room's all-
maybe asking your doctor about your meds though, so you never know.
Like I'm not. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not like in jeans and a freaking jacket or something. I'm not saying I'm dressed,
Yeah.
but I'm not like I don't know, just not in there naked. I don't know why. I mean,
Oh no,
there's
it's a full beaching happening at my house. Full beaching.
All right then.
The
Well,
whales have breached the shore, and we have crash landed in Peculiar, Missouri.
I feel
That's
like
happening.
part of it is if I slept naked every night, one of these nights that's going to happen, and it's me with a bat with a helmet on. You know what I mean? Like I don't want. I
But
don't want that.
nobody would be shocked if that was you, Scott. Nobody would be shocked.
Well, nobody in
You'd
this
be like,
neighborhood.
"Oh, there's Johnson and his doodle."
Yeah,
Great,
Johnson and his
another
doodle.
Thursday night.
Or doodle and his Johnson. Either way, that works. All right. Well, there you have it. Oh, yeah, it's also really cold here. Thank you, KT Data. It's freaking cold. It's not the middle of the summer. You got to sleep. You got to put a layer of something on. I'm telling you. All
I'll
right.
keep that in mind.
Cleo, it's a pleasure.
I will insulate from here on out.
All right.
Bye,
Say hi.
guys.
Say hi to your kids. We missed them all, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Oh, she hung up on me that time.
Oh, well.
She's out of here. All right. Well, there you go. That was worth it. Why don't we now be done? I want to remind people though the show doesn't exist without your help. We really need it. And how do you do that? You ask yourself. Well, in this new year, you can help by supporting us at patreon.com/TMS. Even $1 a month would go a long way to help us continue to make the show that you love and enjoy each and every day. That's patreon.com/TMS. Big thanks to everyone who already does. If you're looking for all other things, all the links we've talked about today, emails, Twitter accounts, Reddit pages, Discord logins, all of it is at frogpants.com/TMS. Did I shake my head again? I did, didn't I?
No. As a Discord logins, I'm just thinking, I hope my Discord login isn't on there.
Oh, right. Good point. No, we are not. There's no data breach available on the website, but go there, frogpants.com/TMS. Brian, let's get out of here. Do you have a song?
I do. So, poor Claire, she tried to get in a birthday request, but I told her that I already had somebody had emailed in for today. So we're going to read that one. Jack wrote in and said,
Go ahead.
Hi, guys. Hope all is well. I'm the partner of Claire Gallagher, or as you know her in the gin-loving, or know her as the gin-loving Claire, or all caps, Claire Gack. Nonetheless, it's her birthday on Tuesday, the 25th of January. I know she listens all the time. Would I be able to request a song for her birthday, ? Of course, period. If possible, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. That'd be awesome. If not possible, Maggot Brain by Parlin Funkadelic would be a good second choice. Thanks, guys. Of course. Wish You Were Here. maybe one of the most covered Pink Floyd songs in my library, if not the most covered Pink Floyd song.
Also,
in my
one
library.
of the greatest songs ever written, in my opinion. I love that song.
It totally is. Yeah, all about Syd Barrett. If I remember correctly. How about since we've got the epic Claire in our chat room? How about an epic version of it, also featuring a ginger, Ed Sheeran, Richard Jones, Nick Mason, who is of course a member of Pink Floyd, Mike Rutherford from Genesis, and David Arnold all got together to record this one for the closing ceremonies of the Olympics a few years ago. And this one's just fantastic. Here is Wish You Were Here by all those people I just mentioned, recorded for the closing ceremonies of the Olympics 10 years ago, 2012.
See you guys tomorrow. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
It's a note pinned to the tree. Deedly dee.
Diddly dee.
Diddly dee.
Diddly dee.
Note pinned to the tree.
Congratulations, Claire, on a birthday. That is what I was teasing you about on Saturday or Friday, I guess it was, with Jack and how I knew Jack. So now you get it. Now you understand. And Brian did a great job of misdirecting yesterday. That was well done. Fantastic.